Hello, I am MD Khairul Bashar Bhuiyan and I'll be presenting this paper, Modeling and Simulation of a Satellite Training Kit for Providing Space System Engineering Knowledge and Technological Development in STEAM. To improve this situation, we decided to work on this topic. Aerospace engineering is a part of modern engineering. This space-related knowledge is very limited and costly around the world. Thus, space innovation have been limited in the modern industrialized nations. They have enough resources to invest in such pricey projects. Developed countries like Russia, USA, France, UK, Japan, China have been a pioneer for space-related research since the beginning. On the contrary, third world countries like ours could never get their hands on such costly projects. They were busy building their public economy and emphasizing on basic needs for their huge population. Big satellites are very costly and complex to build, as we all know. It is almost impossible for a third world country like ours to build. That's why we should always focus on constructing cube satellites. Next, the aim between satellite training kit. To increase interest among the students and people in general, to provide learning opportunity for the students about the space system and technology, inspiring students to get involved in such kind of space related projects and research, providing knowledge through assemble, integration and operation of a satellite training kit. Our training kit is subdivided into 6 subsystems: chassis, electronic power system, EPS, onboard computer, OBC, communication system, COM, ground station, GS, and lastly payloads. This is the overall block diagram of our training kit. We can see all the instruments are calibrated and integrated with the motherboard Arduino Uno R3. This is the mechanical view of our chassis and our kit, which was designed by the SolidWorks software. Here is the split view video render of our stack, inner stack. As you can see, the 5 individual stacks are added via hexagonal process spacer. And this is the split view of the whole training kit. Here you can see the inner stack is integrated with the outer stack. Thank you. Now the chassis. Our chassis is divided into 2 parts. One is the inner stack and another is the outer stack. The inner stack, as you could see, this is the inner stack. The 5 individual stacks are integrated with hexagonal process spacer. And unfortunately, because of COVID-19 lockdown, we couldn't make the outer stack. Now the payloads. We used BME 280 temperature pressure humidity sensor, GY 92609 GUF IMU sensor, ESP32 as a camp sensor, micro SD card for data logging, GY Neo 6M version 2 as our GPS sensor, and voltage sensor. These are our main payloads. Now electrical power system or EPS. The EPS is subdivided into 2 stacks. The first stack, you can see 2 3.7 volts lithium ion batteries going through the buck converter, and then on the second stack the same configuration is going through a voltage sensor and the boost converter. By this boost converter we boost our 7.4 volt up to 10 to 11 volts. Now onboard computer system or OBC. This is the first OBC stack. Here you can see that BME 280 sensor and the IME sensor is integrated with the Arduino Uno R3 which is our main motherboard. Now the OBC stack 2, you can see the ESP CAM32 and the data logger micro SD card module, which is also calibrated with the Arduino Uno R3. Now on the topmost stack you can see this is the GPS sensor with its antenna. We actually placed it on the topmost stack so that we can get a clear data. Now the communication system or COM. As a serial duplex module, we use AC12 to transmit our data. So it is integrated and calibrated with the Arduino Uno R3. Here you can see the basic serial data transfer by this AC12 module. This is the code. Here we are sending data from one port to another port by the Arduino IDE software. See, the data is perfectly transferring from one port to another port. Ground station or GS. We used another HESI tool to receive the data, which is calibrated with the Arduino Nano. Now you can see the results part. We used IMU sensor to navigate the positioning, to navigate the movement and health of our training kit. Here we are moving the kit so that you can see the positions were slightly changing as we are moving that kit. This is the result for our GPS sensor. It was giving perfect latitude, longitude and altitude, which was very close with the standard data. This is the voltage sensor. We use this voltage sensor to monitor the health of our training kit. As you can see, the payloads were draining power from the EPS. That's why the voltage were decreasing gradually. Now we use this micro SD card module to data log. To testify, we actually tried to data log the BME280 sensor data, and it was perfectly coming as a TXT file. And now this is the short range demonstration. As you can see, for short range demonstration, we actually added this training kit to one port of our computer, and we added the ground station on another port of our computer. So via the Arduino IDE software, we uploaded the code, and it was perfectly transferring the data. Here you can see the data were transferring from COM3, which is the transmitting end, to COM4, which is the receiving end. The data were same. So this proves the short range communication was successful. And this is the long range demonstration. For this purpose, we actually placed this training kit from the ground station 8 meters apart, and the training kit was powered by battery. It was not connected with any port of the computer, but the ground station was connected to a serial port of our computer. So as you can see, it is receiving data from the training kit. See, it was perfectly receiving data from a long range. And this is the data our ground station was receiving. The data was perfectly synchronized with the environment. Now, as a part of our future task, we would like to go to schools and from colleges to colleges for campaigning purpose. And the training method, we would like to train the students of schools and colleges to inspire them about to get engaged in space-related technological research. We would like to show them on hand how to assemble and disassemble the training kit, and we would like to take our training kit to a further developed stage by replacing the payload sensor. To sum up, all I can say, our training kit is very basic and simple for the students. As referenced in prior section, standard big satellites are very expensive and complex. Everyone does not have admittance to them, as we are from third world countries. So we would like to show the subsystems and technology of a small satellite, which is our training kit, which our training kit is within a short time. And then this development will hopefully promote public and student interest in space engineering and related fields. We hope that our work can make an impact to students and people in general during and after the COVID-19 pandemic. We'd like to thank you and show our gratitude for you as you listen to our presentation with patience. Thank you very much.